So here we go. Morning, 8:30. Devashish Sen joining from Adelaide. Gargi from Delhi. Rohit Jugla from Canberra. He's on his way to the airport. Shubhain will join soon. Plenty of action already. Travis Head saying the team is not divided. Devashish was part of that press conference. We'll play that clip. Gargi, if you could play that clip, and I want to go straight to Devashish on this. Travis Head, team not divided.
Yeah, we can get the comment. It'll take 2 minutes to upload. That's all.
No problem. Okay, fine. So Devashish, why don't you give us a lowdown? What exactly transpired and who's practicing? What is Australia doing? Give us an update from the Adelaide Oval and we will play that comment.
Yeah, Boryada, I am just beside the Adelaide nets, and as you can see, obviously, Steve Smith is batting right now, along with the likes of Max Rainey, Alex Carey. Khwaja is also here, so is Travis Head. So most of in fact, all the batters are here, except for the bowlers. Obviously, among the bowlers, Scott Boland, and the new all-rounder Bew Webster is also here. So it's an optional training. Uh, uh, so hopefully a few more will turn up because they were supposed to start training from local time 1 p.m. So and they have already started their training. And if you want, if you want, I can show you the live visuals just for a second. 1 second.
This feed is not on Twitter, so you can show us the live visuals and talk over them, I think. Gargi, you can make it the full screen.
Yeah, but you can see Steve Smith. There you can see Steve Smith batting. So he's all focused, and you can see this is Smith for you.
Excellent. So there's Steve Smith. That's the first
and next to
net.
him,
I think the second net is what?
Khwaja.
Second net is
Khwaja.
Yeah. Second net is Khwaja, and the third maybe Maxwell. So there you go. Australian practice at the Adelaide Oval. By the way, it was optional practice. Devashish was part of the Travis Head press conference also. But interesting comment, team not divided. That he has to answer that question in itself is an index of what Perth has done. Gargi, take that.
Yeah, I mean, also the visual is ready. We can play that if that's needed. But the fact that everyone has to come out and clarify, be it Pat Cummins, be it Travis Head, that no, this team is not divided, is a fact that the loss as well as Josh Hazelwood's comments have done a lot of damage. Clearly, because you can see it in the body language, you can see it in the way with the frustration that Josh Hazelwood spoke those statements saying that he barely had any time to sit down and before he had to go out and bowl again. So it's on the batters. You have to ask the batters what happened. So I think maybe it was heat of the moment. Maybe he was frustrated with how the match played out. But it definitely did a lot of damage. And now Travis Head and Pat Cummins have to do the cleaning up.
Devashish, how was the body language when this question was asked? Give us a detailed lowdown, and then give us a detailed lowdown, Devashish, and then we will play that bite.
Yeah, Boria, the 1 minute, 1 second.
By the way, it's a beautiful stadium. Huh?
And I was just about to say that looks beautiful.
Yes, Boria, yes, obviously, and the question to Travis Head was asked by none other than an Australian media, Australian journalist. You could have sensed that question was thrown by an Indian journalist, but it was not the case. It was asked by a local Australian journalist, and obviously Head straight away said that yes, there are no such differences. What has been spoken about. But yeah, as batting group, we have to take responsibility. Definitely, we would love to step up and here they are. Means all the batters you can see right behind me is Steve Smith, Usman Khwaja, Travis Head. In fact,
right behind you is not Usman Khwaja. Right behind you is Amit Shah. Look at him.
That is Amit Khwaja.
No,
Amit Khwaja.
He's as lazy as
that
ever.
Is what I'm saying.
Look, he's just as lazy as ever. There is Amit Shah.
That is Amit Khwaja.
Ki baba?
Yes.
So ki
শুনতে পাচ্ছি না একদম ভালো। এখানে ভালো করে অস্ট্রেলিয়ার ও টিমের কোনো প্রবলেম আছে ও দেখা যাচ্ছে। সবাই বলছে অপশনাল,
হিন্দিতে
সবাই
বল,
এসে
হিন্দিতে
গেছে।
বল, বাংলা জানিস না, হিন্দিতে বল,
अरे একটু একটু तो बोलते पारी। देखिए
हिंदी बोल।
ऑस्ट्रेलिया खेमे में परेशानी पूरी है, दिख रहा है आपको, पीछे सब आए हुए हैं और नहीं लगता कि ये पर्थ में भी लोग बोल रहे थे कि कुछ होगा कुछ होगा, कुछ नहीं होना है, यहाँ पे कुछ नहीं होगा। आप देखिए पिंक बॉल से जीतने वाले हैं। तो जिसको ऑस्ट्रेलिया की फॉर्मर प्लेयर को बकबक करना करने तो उनका काम है, उनकी दुकान चलती है, चलने तो सबकी चलनी चाहिए। लेकिन यहाँ जो है ना, यहाँ भी जीतेंगे और पक्का जीतेंगे। मामा ने पिंक बॉल लेके आया था, आपको दिखा दिया है। अब वही पिंक बॉल से मैच होगा, तो देखना क्या होता है। यहाँ भी टाइम टाइम पे 3 साढ़े 3 बजे मैच खत्म, दिन दिन का आराम आराम करिए, शो बनाइए। एडिलेड देखिए, क्वाला देखिए, कंगारू देखिए, मजा करिए।
বলা
মানে
দেখিয়ে ক্যাঙ্গারু
বিচিত্র
দেখিয়ে
মানুষ,
মজা নিচ্ছে।
বিচিত্র বিচিত্র মানুষ, মানে অমিত শাহ হচ্ছে বিচিত্র।
আচ্ছা, show us a little bit more of the
By,
batting,
by,
Devashish. Show us a more of
yes,
little
yes,
bit of
yes.
the batting.
Yes, yes, Buria. Yes, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 second.
But also show us the practice area. Gargi is very keen to see the practice area. So show us a little bit of the stadium area also, because it's beautiful. Look at
All
this.
right. Yeah, yeah.
So there's Steve Smith. Gargi, your comment on the practice facilities.
Very good. I would have loved to have practice here. I would not leave the practice area. People would have to drag me out because this looks beautiful. I mean, and as someone who's played cricket, you feel really nice when you see facilities like this, because you know that the athletes are being taken care of, the facilities are good, and it's just good to watch. But is that who's this? Steve Smith?
Steve Smith. Steve Smith. Steve
Yeah,
Smith.
anyone can tell just from the awkwardness of his batting. Of
From
course, it's awkward to watch, but he's not
his
awkward at all.
fidgety nature, you can
Yes.
understand it's Steve Smith, and he will also be under pressure. By the way, can you cut to that Travis head bite? I want to go to
Yes.
Devashish on that. Yeah.
Like, can you put to bed? There's most of the dive when we're winning as well. I think that's the one thing with body language and divides and all the stuff that comes out when you do a loss, that this team's been together 3 or 4 years, and when we're winning, I think it's not much too dissimilar. So, yeah, the guys get along really well. We hold high expectations for both sides, and it's a very individualised sport. So, batters want to hold our own. We know how good our bowlers have been for us in the past, and they've got us out of trouble a lot. So, as a batting group, we know that if we can get enough runs on the ball, we put ourselves in a great position. So, as a batter myself, I try and hold a lot of pride in what I do, and knowing that if I can set it up for the big boys, that they can knock it down for us. So, but definitely no divide.
That's the last time India and Australia.
However much he says it's an individualized sport and we take pride as a team, and all these questions are coming because we are not winning, we've lost a test match. The body language was, and he mentioned the word body language. The body language was, he's under pressure. Devashish, the team is under pressure. Mute. Devashish, mute.
Absolutely, Puriada. Means obviously, and you can actually see from the turnout in an optional practice session, except for a few premier fast bowlers. Obviously, I couldn't see Pat Cummins and Mitchell Stark, that two premier fast bowlers, but others are all here. Means obviously, the Duggett, the new fast bowler Duggett, and also another one, Scott Boland is also here. So the two new additions are already here. Along with Dew Webster. Oh, he's gigantic, Buriada. He's so tall, and obviously he's bowling is obviously. But then Mitchell Mars, obviously, you know that it will be he's expected that he might not play, but then all the batters are having and you could see Andrew McDonald spending a lot of time with Max Sweeney, which seems that he might keep his place in the batting order. So Max Sweeney, in all likelihood, will keep his place at least from the practice session. Obviously, McDonald and Daniel Vettori is also here. He's back after that IPL auction. He has joined the Australian squad. He's in the training session. So both were seen as spending a lot of time with Max Sweeney, assuming that he might keep his place. Burieda.
Let me just also give you both an update. I don't want to say more because it was a personal conversation. From what I understand, Gautam Gambhir's personal issues at home are much better, much more settled, because he messaged to wish me on the third anniversary of Rev Sports and wished us the best for many more years to come. So that's Gautam Gambhir. We are, very good friends, and he's been with me even during the toughest of times. So Gautam's personal situation is much, much better. I absolutely think and wish that it gets better ASAP. And from what I understand, he will join the team soon. So Gautam's personal situation, which is why he had come back to India, is much, much better as we speak. So that is the update I can absolutely give you. A lot of people were asking about Gautam Gambhir. This is an excellent position, Gargi Rao. Talk about it. Steve Smith batting right there. This is a huge match for Steve Smith as well. But update, Gautam Gambhir should be able to travel back very shortly. His personal situation is much, much better. Gargi Rao.
That's good. That will be good for the Indian management as well as the team. When you have a head coach in the room, in the dressing room, I think there's a little bit, let's say, pressure, or let's say it just feels comfortable to have someone leading the team, and to have a figure like that in the dressing room always helps. So it's good that he's coming back. When it comes to Steve Smith, obviously this is a huge match for him. Huge one. I think he has a lot on his shoulders, especially the batters now that there's so much media attention to what Hazelwood had said. And, the way that Travis Head was trying to explain the situation, it seems like they are indeed under a lot of pressure, no matter what they say. And it's obviously the batters who are under the pressure. So, getting those runs on the scoreboard will be of utmost importance for, is that Usman Khwaja? Yeah, on Usman
Yes.
Khwaja as well as Steve Smith. They're the ones who need to lead the team and sort of get those runs on the scoreboard. So I think a lot of pressure, but and I think it also dented their confidence when we think about the fact of how they lost. The defeat was huge, and I think that's where Australia sort of lost their confidence.
Gargi, also a lot of people were asking about the Indian team. If you have the visuals of them leaving Canberra, can you play? Yeah, please. You play some of the visuals because then we can talk over it. And there you go, the Indian guys leaving Canberra. I think that's Shubman Gill. Yes, Shubman
Yashasvi.
Gill had a very good outing yesterday. Yashasvi Jaiswal. That's the Indian boys leaving Canberra. Devashish Sen, Shubman Gill looked very good. As usual, fans queuing up in front of the Indian hotel as the Indian team. That's Ajit Agarkar, chairman of selectors. So a lot of Indian fans queuing up in front of the Indian hotel, as it happens in every part of the world. The Virat and Jasprit had left in the morning. That's Mukesh Kumar, Abhimanyu Ishwaran, and a lot of the boys leaving Canberra. These are visuals that were sent about 45 minutes back by Rohit Juglan. Devashish Sen, what is the Indian practice itinerary? Because you had put it in the group. Can you give us the update on the Indian practice itinerary? That's Prasid Krishna. This is excellent. On one window you have the Australian nets, the other window you have the Indian boys leaving Canberra. Very, very good visuals, Gargi Raut. Well done. Devashish Sen, give us an update on the Indian practice.
Yeah, Boria, the Indian team is will be arriving. Indian team will be arriving in Indian team will be arriving in Adelaide means in the afternoon, and obviously, as you can see right now in front of me is View Webster, the all-rounder who is right now batting alongside Maxwini, Khwaja, and Steve Smith. So these are the four batters who are currently batting in the nets, and Travis Head is waiting for his turn. So all the batters are taking throwdowns. So there are no bowlers currently bowling in the nets to the batters. They are all taking throwdowns. In one of the nets, you can see Daniel Vettori. In one of the nets, Andrew McDonald is there. So basically, the batters are all taking throwdowns with the pink ball as of now.
Okay, Shubhan, your update from the nets. It's give us. I mean, the Travis Head press conference was quite interesting. Devashish is lovely visuals. On one net, we have Steve Smith batting. The other one, we have Ravichandran Ashwin, Morne Morkel, the Indian boys leaving Canberra. Lovely visuals. Beautifully done. That's excellent to see. Gavi, keep the nets. And Shubhan, your update from the Australian nets.
One second, Debashish, can you flip the camera and show us the net so I can, put both the visuals simultaneously.
দেবাশিস তুই যদি ঘুরিয়ে দিস একটু তাহলে we can keep both visuals, the Indian and Australian. You have to turn it to the nets. Yeah. Super. Shubhan, tell us.
I think Alex Carey was the first to walk out to bat, and after that we saw Nathan McSweeney also, Uthman Khwaja joining the nets. Now Steve Smith and Marnus Labuschagne have also joined the nets, and I was having a close look at Steve Smith's net and his mannerism, and he's looking quite in good touch. Everyone is taking throwdowns. Brendan Doggett has also joined the nets, and he's bowling at one of the nets. But Daniel Vettori again, he has joined the team once again after being away for the IPL auctions, and it created a bit of an uproar among the Aussie media as to why he's unavailable. But as you can see, Usman Khwaja is batting, and they all will have a huge role to play, be it a Steve Smith, be it an Usman Khwaja, the senior guys, to bail this team out. And right now, although it's an optional training session, but most of the batters are here as they want to turn things around. And yes, all of them. I think Steve Smith got bowled once, and he was a bit irritated by that. But he's looking quite in good touch. And Marnus, I think from the previous next to this one, I think Marnus is playing his strokes. He's having a better intent with the bat, and trying to feel the ball as much as possible at the nets. And as you can see right now, I think that's Travis Head's net. Travis Head again looked in good confidence when he attended the press conference today. I asked him about whether they want to revisit the videos of that 36 all out just to fill up the team with some confidence. And he joked that was it 36 or was it 26? So yeah, he was in a good mood. That this is his home ground, we can say, and he will be looking. And he batted well in the second innings in Perth as well. So be it Travis and Steve Smith,
Shubhan,
Usman Khwaja, all these.
One
Yeah.
second. Tell me something, both you and Devashish. This Daniel Vittori stuff, this is unethical. Why should Daniel Vittori be allowed? Daniel Vittori is part of the Australian setup. Ricky Ponting, I can understand, is a commentator. Justin Langer is a commentator. How is Daniel Vittori being allowed to do this? I mean, he's leaving for an IPL auction, going and joining the team. How is Daniel Vittori being allowed to do all this? This is complete nonsense. This is unethical. Your comment on that the Australian media should tear him apart.
They did. I think in one of the press conferences, they did ask why Daniel Vettori is unavailable, and the coach Andrew McDonald said that we are in constant touch with him. But I don't know how, because communication devices are not available, are not in use during the matches. So I think it was just to prevent the media from having a huge role in criticizing Daniel Vettori. But now, and it's questionable. It's definitely questionable, because during the match, had it been like in between the match, I can still understand. But it was during the match that he left, and then has now joined the team again.
I mean, Devashish, your thoughts on this? Had it been an Indian coach, imagine India losing a match, and an Indian coach, Gautam Gambhir, sitting on a Lucknow table or a KKR table. Imagine what that would have been. Devashish said.
Ajay, by the way, I am just being told not to do live streaming, so that's the reason I have to turn around my camera. So we can do a live out from the nets, but we cannot live stream the practice visuals. So that's the reason. Yeah, talking about Travis said, obviously he did also say said that Bumrah, he reckons that he is right now the best bowler in world cricket. So that's a big statement from Travis said. Means the way Bumrah has been bowling, in recently, obviously he is definitely the Australian batters has had a lot of trouble, and so it will be interesting how they tackle him with the pink ball here in Adelaide. So and obviously, as you can see, Boryada, the emphasis has been on taking throwdown so far. Means obviously you can see in one of the nets, Daniel Vinetio along with Daniel Vettori, and in one of the nets there is Andrew McDonald. So they are all taking throwdown, and the fast bowlers are they are far end. So they would be bowling shortly. Scott Boland and Duckett, they would be bowling, but definitely Pat Cummins and Stark is not here, because it is an optional practice session.
Gargi, Shubhayan was sending some visuals also about the pitch. I will ask him about that. But 3 days to go. We will not have a clear sense yet because this is just the 2nd of December. Test match on the 6th. Tell me something. I mean, from what you've seen of Australia, additional fast bowlers, Josh Hazelwood, Travis Head's comments. This is a kind of scattered Australia. Is this India's best chance with the pink ball? Because all of these advantages that Australia had, pink ball, experience, way better, played many more test matches, have these been kind of nullified by what is going on? Gargi.
Yes, I think so. I mean, there are the pitch visuals that Shubhayan and Devashish had sent. But yes, when we talk about Australia, their biggest bet in this series was obviously the pink ball test, because more experience, all of those things. But now, with the way that things are going, with the way that we are getting these scattered comments from everyone, Pat Cummins is saying something different, Head is saying something different, Josh Hazelwood, we all know what he said, but. You know what? I still would not undermine the Australian team. Even though there might be a rift in the dressing room, might be something between the players, but I am sure that once, if they find their groove, they will keep all that personal things aside and sort of bat like a team in the matches. So I'm not undermining the team just yet because it's just one bad match. What if they have a comeback? Australia is capable of that. So I won't be undermining the team, but at the same time, this is India's chance. They already have a upper hand. I think they have an immense mental upper hand when it comes to the Indian team, because incredible confidence. You have strong backups to the team, and you sort of don't see that in the Australian camp right now. So I think don't undermine the team, but at the same time, yes, India has the upper hand.
Shubhan, just so for you an update, because you weren't there when I said it, Gautam Gambhir's personal situation is much better. And my assumption is he will join the team back because he and I were, he had messaged me wishing us for the 3rd anniversary of Rev Sports. So I did not absolutely ask because that's not me to ask when he's going back or not, because it was a personal conversation. But I can tell you that his personal situation at home is much
On
better and
third.
wish us
He's
to bring
joining the
him.
team on third.
Exactly. So that's why I said his personal situation at home is much better, and
Right.
he will be back. So that's excellent news as far as the Indians are concerned. Shubhan, you have seen the pitch, you've seen the preparation in Adelaide over the last 3 days. Have you been able to speak to the curator? What is going on? Give me a complete lowdown.
We will have a press conference with the curator on tomorrow. Tomorrow that is the time when the curator will speak to the media, and that has been the tradition in Cricket Australia. Whenever a visiting team comes, they allow the curator to speak to the media, and we'll get a lowdown or a breakdown on what kind of pitch is being prepared. It is a drop-in pitch, as I wrote in the piece yesterday. There was a sense of secrecy in the last couple of days in regards to the preparation of the pitch. But today also there was not much rolling being done. If I can show you right now, I'll just walk around and give you a glimpse of what is being done right now. Of course, there was some rolling being done in the morning before the press conference happened. But let me check what is happening right now, because I think there's it is a pretty green top, and since it's a pink ball test, there's a minimum grass requirement of 7 millimeter, and our question will be whether they are how much more of a grass covering they are keeping beyond the 7 meter or millimeter, or whether it's going to be just 7 millimeter and not more. I'll just show you. Wait, let me turn around the camera. So right now, this is what is happening. If you can, Gargi, if you can just wait a second. This is what is being done. I don't know whether I can zoom things on. No, I can't zoom. But a heavy roller is being used right now. There's proper rolling. It's still green as to how I can see right now. It's pretty green right now, and there's a grass that equipment used to measure the level of the firmness of the pitch. That is right in the middle, and the chief curator Damien Hub is using the heavy roller to roll the pitch. So the preparations are still on, but I'm pretty sure that Right now it's pretty green. I'm pretty sure some of the grass covering will be shed before as we approach the test match. And tomorrow, I think when the Indian team comes to train, we'll have a better idea as to where this pitch is going in terms of whether it's going to be green, lush green pitch, or whether they are going to shed some grass from what we are seeing right now.
Shubhan,
Gurela.
this is one of the most beautiful stadiums where I've covered
Oh,
cricket. Just to let
sensational.
both of you know. By the way, have you had a chance to see the Saka Museum? There's a lot of Donald Bradman in that museum. If you haven't, you must. You must because
Yes, they conduct a skyline also in the rooftop of the stadium. So most
yes, they
probably
do.
on third we are going to have that experience. And yeah, but I mean we showed that during our live in Hindi. I'll just switch my camera so that our viewers can also see how they have preserved and how they have given a tribute to all their famous cricketers and uh,
Why don't you talk through? Shubhan, talk through. Give us a walkthrough.
see, this is the Shane Warne photo of the 2006 Test of the Ashes, where he picked a 4 for 49 on the last day to just demolish the English team. Ricky Ponting 142, Michael Clarke 124 in that Test, and both the sides scored 500 in the first innings. And this is the famous photo of that Bodyline series 1933, where Harold Larwood just came in as a weapon for the Englishmen against the Aussies. January 14,
Let me
1933.
stop you there for a second, Shubhan, and tell you a
Yeah,
story as you are
yeah,
there. So I was a PhD student in England, and I got a call from
right.
an auctioneer. I got a
Mhm,
call from an auctioneer saying that you are a because I used to go to these auctions every day, every week,
mhm,
cricket auctions every month or whatever it is. And this guy called me and he said that you are a cricket aficionado and I've got something to show you. Why don't you come and see if you want to buy? So I go there and there is this trunk, a black trunk in front of me in London, a
mhm,
black trunk. And so I pick up a letter. So he says, take a look. So I pick up a letter and the letter reads uh, that, I've found out a way to stop Donald Bradman. I want you to
mhm.
join the team. Come and join the team and we will figure this out together. And we will beat Australia in Australia. It was written by Sir Douglas Jardine to Duleep Singh ji. And unfortunately, at that point in time, I did not have the money to buy because it went for whopping amounts of money. But that's how Jardine had plotted Bodyline, and he got Harold Larwood. And for that
Yes.
particular series, so Donald Bradman's average fell from 99.94 to 56 point something.
Oh,
Stan McCabe with that 187 in the first
wow,
test, incredible 100. But Sir Donald's average had fallen by nearly 50 runs. Over to you, Shubham.
wow. Wow. Okay. And during this match, it's written that the record crowd of 50,962 threatened to invade the pitch, and mounted police were poised to quell any violence. This is a series which is written in the history books, and whoever starts reading cricket, Bodyline series is something which they have to they always read. This is our friend David Warner, 2019 against Pakistan. David Warner was simply sensational, broke the record previously held by Sir Donald Bradman, and 335 not out from 418 balls, and a new record at the Adelaide Oval. What a photo! What a man! What a player! So they have like this is the avenue of honor of Saka, and this is the net. It's a beautiful setup. Michael Clark again, one of your good friends, Borrella, 2012 double century against South Africa, making him the first player to score four double centuries in Test in a calendar year. So Michael Clark, 2012. And again a sensational match, 1993 Australia versus West Indies, where West Indies won the Test by 1 run. This is again a it was a sensational match, and the way they have preserved everything, the photographs, I think this is simply beautiful. And even the chief curators, they have given tributes to the chief curator. There's a separate hall of fame for curators. You can see these are the South Australian Test match representative, both men and women, and equally the best part about Cricket Australia is they have given tributes to both men and women equally. This is the men's section of South Australian Test cricket representative, and this is the women's section. And this is the
Outstanding
WBA.
to see. This is outstanding to see, and and something that is a hallmark of Australian cricket. And by the way,
That's
these stadiums don't just have cricket. A lot of these stadiums, take the
yeah.
NCG for example, will
Footy
also
is
have footy,
equally there.
will also have the other sports. Yeah, Shubhan, go on.
Jason Gillespie, and this is the change room of the team. Giffen, the statue of George Giffen, and you can see in every pillar there's a name of a cricketer: Jason Gillespie, Karen Rolton, and if you check here, you will have Ian Chappell. So everything they have given a proper names. These are some of the premier district clubs. These are the Hall of Fame boards. Same here. Honorary life members of Saka. This is the museum that you were talking about. Sheffield Shield room. They keep the trophies here. They
Rohit
keep
has
some of
joined
the
us from
memorabilia.
Canberra, so
Yeah.
let's quickly come across to Rohit and get a lowdown on what the Indians did and how it was. Did you have a chance to off camera speak to anyone? Rohit, I know you're on your way to the airport, but give us a quick update.
Yes, Buryada, as we already told that it will be the departure of Indian team as far as the Canberra is concerned. So Canberra leg is over. Quite positive things from the game as we discussed in the last night live. But yes, Bumrah and Virat departed early morning. Today early morning because of the obviously they have families with them. So they are not traveling with the bus. They are traveling individually. Be it Jasprit Bumrah, be it Virat Kohli. There were multiple questions on the social media that why they are traveling alone, why they are not traveling with the bus. We have to see this that if it's about Virat, then obviously there is Virat, there is Anushka, there is obviously Vamika, and there is already Akaya there. And as far as they have their nannies with them also carrying them. So I don't think that it will be easy for Virat Kohli to take all five of them in the team bus. So it's making sense that they are traveling differently. Similar thing going on with Jasprit Bumrah. And
Yeah,
as
it's
far
to
as the
avoid the
other team
cameras
is,
as well. I think it's to
yeah,
avoid the
exactly,
cameras
and to
as well.
avoid obviously, that's one of the major concerns that they don't want any kind of cameras towards, especially towards the family members. That obviously Bumrah told me in Mumbai airport also that please don't shoot Angad or anyone either from Angad or Sanjana. So yes, they were very conscious about it that don't show our family members. You want a picture with us? You want a picture? That they keep clearly saying to paparazzis that if they want pictures with them, no problem, but don't take videos of the family members. So yeah, that was pretty clear from their side. And yes, the rest of the team has departed from here. They'll, I think, land Adelaide somewhere around 4:30 Adelaide time, not the Perth time. So somewhere around 4:30 Adelaide time. And yes, tomorrow will be the practice session, Burera.
By the way, I have absolutely no issues with anybody traveling on their own with family if the BCCI permits it. Who is social media to question? It is the board that has given permission and they are well entitled to doing it. This is a 2 month long tour. This is where people forget that there are families, these are human beings, they have to take care of other responsibilities also. They are not robots who have been told to go and play cricket and end of story. Come on. I mean, if you have family together, in my case, I can say this that on 21st, when I travel, I will have my daughter and my wife with me. And now, if I will obviously spend time with family, if professionals like us can, why can't cricketers? So it's as simple as that. Now, I will obviously say my colleagues Shubhan, Gargi, Rohit, Trisha, they will take care of work when I'm with family. It's as simple as that. That's how it is. These are all human beings who will have other responsibilities. Bumrah and Virat have young children. So it's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. No one should have the remit also to question any of these players. Devashish had gone to shoot some more videos which he has sent. But Devashish, to wrap up the show in the next kind of 10 minutes. So what has happened so far in the Australian nets? By the way, you're also being given a tour of Canberra by Rohit Juglan on the way to the airport. Yes, Devashish.
Yeah, Boria, obviously the focus was on the batters clearly, and all the batters have turned up, including the likes of Max Sweeney, Travis Head, Khwaja, Steve Smith. Steve Smith is still batting along with Usman Khwaja and Marnus Labuschagne. Yes, Scott Boland and Ben Duggett are already away from the nets, so they have not bowled in the nets. They did come for the optional practice session. So clearly, the focus has been on the batting, and all the batters have been taking the throwdowns. That has been the focus of the training session of Australia. Everyone have been taking throwdowns, and in 4 nets there are 4 nets in the practice arena, and all the batters are taking their turn and batting in the middle. There you could see is the likes of Steve Smith. Yes, Bodhida.
Gargi, your closing thoughts on because we'll kind of wrap up the show. Rohit has to take a flight. We will be back at the end of the practice session. Devashish and Shubhayan will give us every possible detail. But your thoughts? I mean, this whole family issue and the stadium facilities. The stadium tour was quite beautiful that Shubhayan just gave us.
Yes, thanks, Shubhayan. His internet is not working, I think, right now. Or is he back? No, he's not. Okay. So thank you, Shubhayan, for that tour. That was wonderful to watch. He's back finally.
I'm just having some capturing some visuals for our package.
Okay. All right. But that tour was beautiful. You're on mute, Boria, sir.
I'm saying these are ninja reporters. They do everything.
Whenever you see me, I'm paused. Just think that I'm capturing some video.
Got it. But yes, on the issue of why Virat and Bumrah are traveling, why do you care? What you should care about is what they're doing on the field with their bat, with the ball. Are they taking catches or not? This doesn't matter what they do in their off time. Come on. These are not. I think people think that because they are celebrities or because they are public figures, they only belong to the public. No, that's not the case. They have their own life outside of cricket. They are people outside of cricket and need to live a normal life. So this is a rubbish debate on why this has happened or that has happened. Who is traveling alone and not? Rubbish, nonsense.
Final question to you, and I'll close with Shubhayan. So Canberra has been good for Indian cricket. You had some practice. You've got the Shubman Gill answer, something that you've been consistently saying. Rohit Sharma remains the only question mark as far as you are concerned.
Yes, Boria, obviously means the kind of form he's looking into from the Bangalore test. Before that, also Chennai. We also know that what happened there. So whenever there were assistants, we saw Rohit struggling more than a bit. So I think yes, that's the main question at this point of time. That where you see Rohit Sharma bat specifically in this pink ball test. Apart from this pink ball test, I think he can be your best bet. As I'm constantly saying this, that in this Australia tour, if you just take away that pink ball test, then Rohit will be your best bat as per the horizontal bat shots. Beat the Gabba one, beat the Sydney, beat the Melbourne ground. He'll be your best bet. But here, if he's thinking of coming down a little bit, I don't think. I think that's a good move. As per the lateral movement and the kind of difficulty he's facing right now. So yes, as per the form, as per form point of view, and where he will place himself, that we'll get that answer. I think we'll get on the match day itself. I think Indian team will make this tricky. Indian team will let Australia guess that what will be their opening combination, who will play.
There's an internet issue with Rohit there. Shubhayan, I will let you go with the final comment. You and Devashish, from what I know, you all want to go to the team hotel for the Indian team arrival, and that will be very soon. So we'll need to close the show. But your final comments on the Australian net session, optional session, everyone turns up, index of pressure?
Steve Smith right now is having fun. He's having fun. He has done all the hard grind with the net. Now he's doing all sort of his mannerism with the bat, having fun with the throwdown. Whoever is giving the throwdown. And if I flip the camera, these are the final moments of the next session, and even Alex Carey is having his wicket keeping drills. But mostly Nathan McSweeney, Usman Khwaja, Steve Smith, Marnus Labuschagne were the ones who batted today, mostly. And apart from them, none of the pace bowlers, apart from Petty, bowled today. So this team, I think, in the next couple of days, we'll get to know more how this team is shaping up. Of course, in front of the camera, they will say they are confident. They are not much bogged down by the defeat in front, but in the dressing room, in the team meetings, I'm pretty sure there will be some hard criticism and hard words on how they can turn things around. So let's see what they can do. But the thing is, I don't like Steve Smith's stance. Of course, he's a legend, but both the almost too close together. I think that could cause problem against Jasprit Bumrah. That is why I think we saw him being trapped in the first inning. The speed did not move, and he was caught plumb. So, but he's a legend. He knows his game better
This is
than
a
most.
debate because when you kind of grow a little older, that micro millisecond slow, we've seen that happen with Sachin, and that's where earlier he would not get LBW, but now could be a different story. Let's end there because our reporters need to go back and get the Indian visuals also and wrap up the team nets. Time for some coffee and tea for Gargi and me, and Rohit has to travel back from Canberra to Adelaide. Devashish and Shubhan wanting or will wait for a detailed lowdown from both of you at the end of the nets as to what really transpired point by point, because our viewers would want to know that, and of course capture the Indian visuals when the Indians land there. Gargi, Devashish, Shubhan, Rohit, everyone who joined us and watched us this morning, join us, because as you can see, no frills, no sensationalism, no nonsense. This is proper sports coverage first thing in the morning. Thank you very much for watching.